Fridaysews, my name's Sarah, thanks for joining me today. There's been a little bit of a gap in videos. There was lots sort of happening last week and I did film something, but it was a bit rushed and I didn't think it was great. So I just thought I would wait and refilm again. So you'll notice a different backdrop. I'm currently up in Durham at my parents' house and we're doing some little wedding bits and bobs. So obviously our wedding's here in October, so I'm here this week. I'm here for a week in September and then I'm not here again till the wedding. So just trying to get stuff done. I'm here, just me and Nala at the minute. My mum and dad are joining tomorrow and then Nate is joining tomorrow evening. So I've had some nice sewing time, which has been great. And I also made a trip to First for Fabrics, which was also great. And I bought some bits, which I will show you. So first up, I'll just update you on what I've been working on. There's been a bit more time to sew, which has been great. So the main thing that I was working on before was the By Hand London Lucy dress, which was released, I think, about a week ago. Now, By Hand London, I've made a few of their patterns. The one I made most frequently was the Tamsin dress, which I love. And they have changed tack basically to try and, I think in this climate, it's really difficult to make small businesses viable. And so they have changed in a way that is size inclusive, but more sort of cost effective. And that is by creating draft it yourself patterns. So with these, what they give you is they'll have certain designs, and instead of giving you the pattern pieces to cut out, they will tell you how to do it from your own measurements. And obviously the benefit of that is that it's totally size inclusive. You can make it as big or as small as you like. You can adjust for your height or for, you know, theoretically you then shouldn't have to grade between sizes and things because you make it exactly for your size. So I had this Duchess satin, which I was given by Minerva.com as part of the brand ambassador program. And I've sort of gone back and forth on what I was going to make with it. And By Hand London had very kindly sent me some of their draft it yourself patterns before release. And initially I was planning on making their gathered skirt. And then I saw the Lucy dress and I just thought, maybe this could work. The only thing that was putting me off initially was I didn't have an occasion to wear it to. But in the end, I just thought, no, this is the one. I'm going to give it a go. So what can I say about it? I really enjoyed the process. I'll pop a picture here of the finished dress, which I think looks fab. The only change that I made was that I just drafted the tiers on the skirt to my own preference. They give you a guide on like the proportions and things, but I just was like, I wanted a deeper one and a narrower one. And I just was like, I'm just going to play around until I get the right look. And I'm really pleased with this look. I feel like the length, I wanted something that felt a bit like short, but I don't actually like having loads of my legs on display. And I feel like this gives that silhouette, but without, oh, look who it is, hang on. Look who it is. Hello. Or she's feeling neglected, I think. Yeah, I thought the proportions worked out really nicely, actually. Now, let me talk you through the pattern a bit more, and then I'll talk you through my garment. So the Lucy dress comes with a bodice, so it's sort of like quite a short bodice, and it's split across the middle into two parts. So when you draft it, you have sort of two curved pieces. And so you have a seam across the bust. And then there are different sleeve and strap options. So there's, I think, 3 different straps. So like a thin strap, a thick strap, and a frill strap. And then there are the big voluminous sleeves, which of course is what I went for. And then there's a skirt with multiple tiers. Also at the back, you have different options. So there is a side and a centre back zip option. And also there's like a big bow tie back as well. So I'll try and pop some pictures up from the website if I can find them of some of the different view options. I decided to do centre back zip, the big sleeves, and then played around with my own skirt options. So hang on, I'm going to have to stop for a second because Nala is being needy. Right, I'm back. She's got a treat, so hopefully will leave me alone now. So the process I actually really enjoyed. There's obviously an extra step because you have to take all these measurements, and then you have to draw out the pattern yourself and all of that. And I was sort of dreading doing that, but it actually was fine and fairly straightforward, which was great. The instructions are really, really clear. I then had the fear moment when you're looking at things and you're thinking, is this going to fit me? So I had some wobbles where I sort of thought maybe I shouldn't do this, but then I persevered, and the fit I think is pretty good, considering there was like maybe a little bit of extra length in the front bodice. So I took a bit of that out when I sewed it up. But I think that could partly be me making a mistake with measurements. That's the other thing, you have to be really accurate with the measurements you take. You have to remember to add on your seam allowance. You have to remember to add on ease. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And I think even just thinking about the pattern in a different way made me sort of think, oh, maybe one day I could like actually draft my own patterns or just start to understand the construction a bit more. So I overall found it a really enjoyable process. And I'm really pleased with how the dress turned out. So a lot of the dresses you'll see on the By Hand London page are in more sort of daytime fabrics, things that are a bit more floaty. And that those make lovely dresses as well. But there's something in the structure that just makes it really like impactful, especially the sleeves. Like when I was looking at the fabric, I think with Duchess satin, it can look old fashioned quite easily. And that's why I was sort of struggling to know what to make with it, because my initial plan sort of fell through. And actually, I think it worked really nicely in this because the silhouette has a sort of more exaggerated contemporary feel, but in that sort of luxe fabric, I just thought it really elevated it. And the sleeves, they just hold that structure really beautifully, and the way the fabric like draped, I was really, really pleased with that. So like I couldn't have hoped that it was going to turn out as well as it did. So yeah, big fan of the Lucy dress. I'm thinking of making a version to wear for my hen, but I haven't found the right fabric yet. So if I don't find the right fabric, I might just wear that one. My hen weekend isn't that far away, and there's quite a lot to do. So yeah, so that's how much of a fan of it I was, that I'm thinking of it as my hen party dress. So aside from that, what have I been working on? I'm currently doing, I'll show you just a little sneak peek, my Jenny Stitches project. So I wasn't going to bring my sewing machine up with me, and then plans sort of changed, and I did. So I did a lot of work on that yesterday. So here's just a little sneak peek. And I've also put this nice label in. This is, it says, I made this, and it's a Bargello with Little Rosy Cheeks label, but I thought it went really nicely with the denim. So this is the Sew Over It Sorrento denim jacket, which is from their Summer Dreaming ebook. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this because obviously it's for the Jenny Stitches blog. So the bulk of the information on that will go up when the blog is up. And basically everything I got from her website for this. There are all sorts of nice little tools and things for the denim jacket. I'm a bit scared about putting the buttons in because it's looking really nice at the moment. And I just have very hit and miss experience with applying metalwork. Whenever I do have to do like weird buttons and things, it doesn't work out well for me. So I'm a bit nervous about that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So that's that. Then I thought I'd talk to you about my trip to sorry, I keep kicking this table. My trip to First Fabrics yesterday. So I've never been before. I've shopped from them online. Obviously, I watched Tamlin's videos and the Northern Soul Sister videos and everything. And yeah, so I knew this time, because I'm up on my own, I was like, I can take time out of my day to drive over to Newcastle just to go fabric shopping. And that's what I did. And it was amazing. I had such a great time. And I bought a very aesthetically pleasing pile of goodies, which I will share with you in a second. So the main thing I would say is First Fabrics is a lot bigger than I thought. I don't know, I was just expecting like a little shop, but it was big. They had loads of choice. It was really well organised. They've also got lots of things for like upholstery and stuff like that. We are going to be redecorating our house once the work is finished on it. And I'm thinking like maybe I'll make some more sort of home furnishings. So I was eyeing up some of what they had. So yeah, let me show you what I've got here. So First up, I went in with a view of looking at some of their sequin fabric, and they didn't have enough left of the colour that I wanted, so I had to leave that behind. But they were very sweet. They went and checked, I was about to say backstage, they went and checked like in the back to see if they had any more, but they didn't have any more. Now, these very pretty threads will give you an idea of the colour palette I was going in within my mind. So I ended up doing what I normally do, which is buying a load of random stuff instead of the things that I planned to buy, although I've sort of made some of it work. So I also bought this invisible zip, which is obviously not very exciting, but this is going to be for the Winslow culottes, which I'm planning on making as another Minerva make. I've previously done these. I think the first pair I ever did was with the zip, and then after that I preferred the elasticated back, but I'm sort of feeling the zip again for the next pair. So that's that. I bought some Sarah Hart's labels. You can't really see because the light there, but I just thought they were pretty. I really like Sarah Hart's labels, and they say "Stitched with love." I just thought very pretty. I'm wondering, so one of my jobs for this summer is trying to sort out my Flower Girl dresses, and I think these would go really nicely in them, so I'm thinking there are 8 in there. I've got 4 Flower Girls, so that leaves 4 for me to stitch something else with love for somebody else. Yeah, but I just thought those were nice. So those are some Sarah Hart's labels. And then the fabric. So I'd gone in with a bit of an idea. So I knew they'd had a delivery of Stoff jerseys, which I'd been sort of eyeing up. And then aside from that, I'm just looking for sort of general anything that I can get for the hen or the wedding, or if there were any bargains. So the bargain fabric I bought was this slub viscose in a lovely sort of fuchsia colour. Now it has, because it's a slub, it has, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, also the colours coming off, it's more of a it is more of a fuchsia, whereas I don't know what colour it's coming off as on camera, but it's not quite the same. It has this almost like linen look texture. You can see through it there. So it's quite light, drapey. But yeah, it has this sort of linen look. And I just thought maybe either a summer dress or a little like cord set would be nice, but it's definitely summer vibes. So that's that. And then the 2 Stoff jerseys I purchased, one I accidentally just gave you a flash of. So this one I've been eyeing up for a while, little pink flowers. The quality is so lush. And the print, again, it's coming up on the camera like maybe a bit more ready, but it's very much like pinks, warm, hot pinks. And that has been my colour of the year, as you have probably seen through my many videos. I have 2 meters of this, not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. I'm not sure if there's enough maybe for like a t-shirt dress or something. But I just thought it was too nice to leave. So that's that. And then the last one. Now this one, a little bit rogue for me. I was drawn towards it because I just love the pattern on it. But the colours are not colours that I normally wear. Although I say that, I'm sort of wearing similar-ish colours now. But yeah, one of the things I was looking for were fabric for my hen to make some pyjamas. But I didn't want to make like bridal pyjamas because I want stuff that I can wear again. And in the end, I've just gone for this, and I think it's going to make really cute PJs. So it's another Stoff jersey, and this one has this lovely sort of sun, moon, celestial vibe. It's got these nice little hints of like, what would you call that? Like a greeny sort of colour. It's like got greeny greys and these nice like coral. And I just think it's a really unusual print. And it's interesting because when I went up and spoke to Tamlin, she basically said that she had got the same too. And she said exactly the same thing about that one. She said, it's not my normal colours, but I just really like the design and blah, blah, blah. So we were both, I think our colouring's actually not dissimilar. We both got sort of fair skin and like dark hair. And yeah, but we both were drawn to it. So I think we'll have matching pyjama set or something. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. I've got one other thing to share with you, which is about Sew Over It's big sew off. Now, this is an event, it's happening on the 4th of September. And what basically happens is there's the central hub, which is, I think this year it's at the new craft house, and that's where the Sew Over It team will be. And they sew for 24 hours. And the items are, I think this year they're being donated to a charity that gives clothes to refugees and things like that. So I'll put more details about the charity down below. So they approached me and they asked if I'd like to come to New Craft House on the day at some point to do a shift of sewing. And unfortunately, I cannot be there on that day because that's actually when I'm up here for my last chance wedding stuff. So they've said I can video in. So I will be doing a shift on the big sew off. I will be joining them on Instagram Live and sewing some bits and bobs and just having a nice chat. I'm not sure when yet. I've said I could do nighttime because I'm a bit of a night owl when I want to be. So I might do one of the late shifts. And yeah, I'm really excited. So they're having hubs all over the country. I think there's one at Guthrie and Garney. I think there's one in Scotland, although I can't remember where. And there are going to be people videoing in from all over the place. I think the Tilly and the Buttons team are doing some, like lots of people joining in. And they're really keenly looking for people to donate. So I'm going to put some details about the event below. I will give you more information as we get nearer to the event, but I just wanted to put that out there that that's something that's coming up and it's for a really, really good cause. I also know that they're always looking for things. The charity have apparently said that they struggle to get donations in bigger sizes. So I'm going to be trying to make a few things in bigger sizes. We're talking simple garments, things people wear day to day, things that are warm, bearing in mind as well that this will be happening in September. So we're going into the autumn. So it's sort of practical things for people to wear that are warm and in a wide range of sizes. So I'm going to be focusing on doing some bigger sizes. I haven't worked out what exactly yet. And I'm going to be keeping my eye out on trying to find some nice fabric and things, some things that are going to be durable and comfortable and all of that. So as I said, more information on that is to come. Please check out, they have their own Instagram page. So there's some information on the Sew Over It Instagram page, but there's also information on, I think it's called the Big Sew Off or whatever, on Instagram as well. So please have a look at that for further details and see who else is getting involved. I'm really flattered to be asked and I'm really happy to help. I'm sad I can't be there with everybody, but I'm happy to be able to sew from here and get involved. So if I can get involved from the other end of the country, then you can get involved. So yeah, that's it from me for today. So just a bit of a chatty catch up. I should be able to talk to you next week. I've got a lot more sort of sewing time. Obviously with certain wedding things, I can't share them yet because they're sort of a surprise for the wedding. But I will be keeping tabs on things that I'm making. If I can't share them, I'll be sort of putting bits and bobs in together so that when eventually I can share them, I'll have some footage to update you on the process. But yeah, that's it from me. So I'll pop in a few little clips of my trip to First for Fabrics and also my sewing buddy, Nala, up here. And yeah, I'll see you next time. All right, thanks for joining in. Bye.